yogis, my name is Noelle. Welcome to Slow Flow. Take this class at your own pace. Remember, this is your practice, so do what you need tonight. Take breaks where you need to, push yourself where you need to, it's totally fine. It's also good to remember I don't cue water breaks, so whenever you need to take a break and grab some water, that is all on your own time as well. Last thing is I don't play music on live streams to help cut back on background noise. So if you'd like to listen to music during your practice, go ahead and turn on your music now. Get that playing. And for props today, you'll need one pillow. So if you don't already, grab a pillow. Have your pillow next to you near the head and chest and come to lie on your mat. Let your big toes flop out side to side. And as you come onto the shoulders, hands by the hips, let the palms face up. A little bend into the knees so your legs feel flat against the mat. A little bend into the elbows so the back of the hands can rest down. Tuck the chin to the chest, feel the neck get nice and long, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together down the spine. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, relax the rib cage, relax the chest. Move your jaw side to side. Release any tension around the jaw. Seal your lips. The tongue is heavy into the bottom jawbone as you begin to relax the body. Resisting any urge to wiggle and to move. Finding a sense of stillness. Finding a sense of peace in the physical body. Yogis, we use this first pose to simply arrive. Bring a little more awareness. Notice the parts of the body that feel sore. And notice the parts of the body that feel open. The parts of the body that may be a bit tense. And the parts of the body that are relaxed. Keep resisting the urge to move. Allowing the stillness to take over your entire being. Yogis, shift your awareness to the mind and where the mind has traveled the first few moments of your practice. Notice the thoughts that came into the mind, any feelings, emotions, memories. Acknowledge each thought as valid and acknowledge the importance of the thought as you let it go. Letting the thought go to clear the mind. Doing your best to empty the thoughts, come to this brand new page, a clean slate. Still allowing the body to melt into the ground. Every breath, openness comes into the mind. And begin to deepen that breath. Shifting the awareness to how the belly rises and falls, how the chest moves with your inhale and your exhale. Not really changing the breath quite yet, but allowing the breath to fill your whole chest. Allowing the exhale to be complete. Begin to take a deeper inhalation and slow down the exhale. Allowing the belly to expand as your lungs fill. Taking one more little sip at the air at the top when you don't think you can. Expand the lungs, expand the belly, And begin to exhale through your nose really slow, really smooth. Control it as much as you can. How slow can you exhale? Can you push that last little bit out of your belly to push it out of your lungs? Use your core muscles. And then take another deep inhale. Continue to inhale and exhale here, filling to your capacity, your fullest point. Notice the texture of your inhale and your exhale. Begin to smooth out the texture of your breath. And yogis, while you're at it, find a sense of equality through your inhale and your exhale. Allow the inhale to be just as strong as your exhale, and the exhale to be just as strong as the inhale. Turn your awareness on to the center of your chest, the center of your heart. Imagine your heart space here. Allow this space to feel warm. Allow this space to radiate and to grow at the center of your chest. Feeling this sensation of love. Feeling this sensation of kindness. Continue to breathe deeply in and out of the nose as you relax the body into the mat, and remember to clear the mind of any thought. Do your best to not hold attachment to the thought that comes into the mind. Turn the awareness back to the chest, this growing sensation of warmth and love. Silently say to yourself that you are worthy. You are respected. You are loved. Remind yourself that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Finding peace and clarity, knowing that. Connect back to your deep inhale and your exhale. Connect back to the feeling at the center of your heart. Yogis, begin to imagine someone or something that represents a person of color in your life. An artifact or an individual person. And begin to send them love. In your head, let this person or let this thing know that they are heard, they are exactly where they are meant to be, they are respected, and they are loved. Continue to hold this person or this thing at the center of your heart space, feeling the warmth, allowing the warmth to radiate outside of your body into your surrounding environment. Begin to take your last 3 deep breaths here. Yogis, notice if you're holding any tension. Relax the glutes, the shoulders, unclench the jaw. Take your biggest breath. Inhale through your nose. Continue to inhale, even when you don't think you can. Take in that one more sip of breath. Without gasping, open your mouth. Begin to exhale, let it go. Using your abdominal wall, squeeze it out at the bottom. Push that last bit of air out of the lungs. Yogis, reseal the lips and connect to your equal inhale and exhale, in and out of the nose. Remember to come back to this breath at any point during our practice. This breath is your guide. This breath is your tool to help you stay grounded and centered in the moment. Continue to feel the warmth coming from the center of your heart as we move through the physical postures. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles, take larger movements into the body, and then blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. And exhale, zip your legs together. Point the toes, reach the fingertips. Feel really, really long through all sides of your body. Yogis, relax your chest. One by one, bend your legs. Lift your hips to tuck the tailbone. Press your spine against the mat. And then bring the hands next to the hips. Press into your elbows to lift yourself up gently. And take your pillow, bring your pillow underneath the spine. Your sit bones will stay onto the mat, so booty on the mat, but the pillow will come right up against the booty. Relax the chest over the pillow. Option to goalpost the arms to try to get a little deeper into the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Option to turn the toes in and let the knees touch. Or you can bring the soles of the feet to touch and the knees flop out. Butterfly pose, or soles of the feet down and the knees touching. If you have lower back injuries, anything going into the hips, I would recommend keeping the knees up. And if you're ready for a deeper variation, then try knees down. Yogis, wherever you are, take 3 more breaths here. Allow the chest to open, this waterfall effect coming over the front of the body. Take 1 more breath. A big inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, cleansing breath, sigh it out. Seal your lips. If you are in butterfly position, hands come to the outside of your thighs to bring the feet back onto the mat. Come back to the forearms, lift yourself up just enough to grab the pillow. Lower yourself back down. If you have a thin, long pillow like myself, you'll fold your pillow in half. If your pillow is already kind of like short and thick, then you'll be okay. So coming into a modified bridge pose, take your pillow or maybe a stack of pillows. Legs are exactly where they are. Feet are directly under the knees, and you have 6 inches between the ankles and the knees. Press into the heels, your belly's in really tight. Using the core and the strength of your legs to keep you lifted, slide your pillow directly under the booty. So you're aiming for the part above the gushy part, the sacrum, that little flat plate right before you get to the glutes. So you'll place the pillow onto the sacrum. So it's like half of the lowest part of your back and then only a little part of the gushy part. Once you have the pillow set up, once again, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Once you squeeze the shoulder blades, you'll feel the front of the chest lift. Option to keep the legs bent. Option to knock the knees in. If you would like a deeper variation, 1 by 1, straighten your legs. Your lower back and sacrum are still supported by the pillow. You can cactus your arms if that's comfortable to you, hands onto the belly, or maybe just hands face up by the hips. Take 3 deep breaths. Yogis, last breath here. If your hands are not already by the hips, turn your palms face down next to your hips. If your legs are straight, one by one, bend your legs once again. Press into your forearms just enough to lift the hips, press into the heels. Once the hips are lifted, move the pillow out of the way. Start with your upper chest, your shoulders, and then curl down one by one, with your tailbone being the very last bone to hit down. Yogis, rock your hips side to side, a little massage against the mat with your spine nice and straight. Hug the knees into the chest, round the back slightly, and then rock side to side once again. Different sensation here. Come back to center, hands are still onto your knees, and circle the knees. Big motion into the hips. Go the opposite direction. Bring the feet down onto the mat, cactus your arms, press the elbows into the mat, suck your belly in really tight, take an inhale. On the exhale, let both knees fall to the right, look to the left. Inhale, head comes back to center, knees center. Exhale, twist the other direction, legs left, head right. Inhale, use your strong core, center. Exhale, strong core, twist. Yogis, continue here as slow or as fast as you would like, but make sure you stay connected to one breath, one movement. Your shoulders never move. Your shoulder blades stay pinned down into the earth. Take your last few breaths. Make sure you do one to the right, end on the left, and come back to center. Tuck your tailbone, reset the spine. Hug the knees into the chest, hands under the thighs, and rock and roll. Rock and roll 3 or 4 times, let it feel good. And come to find a nice easy seat. Sitting up really tall, roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. Yogis, inhale, open your arms really wide to a T position. On your exhale, cross the right arm under the left. Option to take opposite hands and grab opposite shoulders. If you'd like to begin to move into eagle pose, first place the back of the hands together. Then option to cross the wrist, you'll place your palms to touch. So we have a few different variations of eagle you can take. Opposite shoulder, back of the hands, or palm. If you have really, really tight shoulders or shoulder injuries, simply press the forearms together. So find your variation and breathe. Just sit up nice and tall. Think elbows are in line with your chin. The chin is in a neutral position. Yogis, here we're breathing into the back of your heart. Your shoulder blades are sliding away from each other, expanding the space between your shoulders, the back of your heart center. Squeeze your forearms together a little tighter. Now actively begin to reach your forearms forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now yogis, inhale, reach your fingertips to the sky, do a little back bend. It's like someone's lifting the center of your sternum. Now exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, come all the way forward. Maybe the forearms tap the earth. Tuck the chin to the chest. Keep the sit bones down, keep the booty grounded. Yogis, inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, this time forward fold, but first twist to the left. Take a big breath in and exhale, fold over the left leg. Start to open the right side of your body. Really put a lot of pressure into the right sit bone. Right and left shoulder have the same weight. Yogis, inhale, come back to center, and exhale, rotate to the middle. Release your eagle arms on the side, shake it out. Roll out your neck, release any tension that you may have created into the neck and spine. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, look at your ankles and cross them the other way. Inhale your arms wide to a T. Exhale, left arm under right. Maybe you grab shoulders, back of the hands, maybe full eagle, or maybe you just press your forearms together, not taking the bind. That's great as well. So we start here just in eagle arms. Squeezing the bind, this kind of tourniquet effect coming into the arms. You can imagine your eagle arms as an eagle beak. Take your last breath here. Squeeze the forearms together a little tighter on your exhale. Reach them forward. Yogis, inhale, reach the fingers and the forearms up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round forward and fold. Allow the arms to be heavy and the head to be heavy. Inhale, lift back to center and begin to rotate towards the right. Take another inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the right knee. Yogis, inhale, belly tight, lift back up. And exhale, spine to center, release the arms, give it a good shake. Hands by your side, inhale, reach the hands up in a circle. And exhale, bring them back down. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, reach up, spread open. And exhale, stretch it down. Last one, just to get the blood flowing back into your arms. Beautiful, yogis. Hands come down in front of you. Slide your knees under the hips. Find your tabletop. From tabletop, press into your hands, your knees. Back is neutral, belly in tight, and gaze between the thumbs. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Yogis, continue here, 1 breath, 1 movement. The idea of lifting your heart, no matter if you're inhaling or exhaling. Imagine lifting the front of your heart as you inhale and you gaze up. And imagine opening the back of your heart as you spread your shoulders on the exhale. Take your last breath wherever you are. Inhale. Complete exhale to match. Inhale back to your tabletop. Yogis, tuck your toes. Slide your feet back just enough. Option to keep the knees down. Modified high plank or full high plank, knees off the mat, yogi's choice. Gaze between your thumbs. Inhale, belly tight. Squeeze the elbows to the rib cage. Lower yourself down halfway, chaturanga. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower onto your belly. Zip the legs together, big toes touch, kneecaps lift. Squeeze the elbows down the back. Inhale, lift your chest. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedal your dog, yogis, left, right, left, right. Open the back of your legs. Come to stillness, this upside down V. Spread all 10 fingers really wide and place a little more weight into your thumb. Slide the shoulders down the back, lift the hips, and bend the knees. Yogis, if you notice your shoulders are closer to your hands and you have a hump into your spine, bend the knees a lot. Look between your legs and press the belly back to lengthen the spine. Bent knees are okay. I'd rather you bend your knees to have a straight spine than straight legs and a bent spine. Take one more breath here. Yogis, gaze at your hands, rise high to your tiptoes, and come all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift at the top. Maybe gently bring the fingertips to the shins to give you some lift and length. Exhale, more weight into your toes, forward fold, round the spine. Yogis, one more time, inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the shoulders, lift the tailbone, neck is long. Exhale, fold, round, come forward, drop the head. Heel toe your feet open 12 inches, one full foot. Bend the knees a lot, but keep the booty nice and high. Grab opposite elbows, drop the head, shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Gaze between your knees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, blubber the lips, release the jaw. Yogis, switch the grip, grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Head is still heavy, let it feel good. Come back to center. Fingertips down to the mat. Step back, high plank. Option to come onto the knees, option to stay in high plank. Begin to lower all the way down onto your belly, finding the forearms. Once you find the forearms, double check that the elbow is directly under your shoulder. One straight line from your shoulder down to your elbow, and then one straight line from your elbow directly out to the wrist. You see a number 11 with your forearms, and you spread all 10 fingers nice and wide. Lift the front of your chest, press down into the elbows, take a big breath in. Exhale, pull the chest through your arms. Feel the front of your body expand. Shake your booty side to side, relax the glutes. The booty is soft. Gaze straight ahead, shoulders down the back. Actively press the top of your feet into the mat. Kneecaps are slightly lifted, but we're not clenching through the glutes. The glutes are soft. Yogis, when we clench into the glutes, we pull onto the muscles in our low back. So by relaxing the booty, we're giving those nerves more room. Find your breath. Just a few more inhales and exhales here. Press into your elbows, lift the chest 1 more centimeter. Yogis, take a big breath in. And an open mouth exhale. Drop the chin to your chest. Elbows wiggle out nice and wide. Stack your palms. Notice which hand is on top. Forehead down to your hand. Take a breath. Yogis, one more. Come back onto the forearms. Option for seal pose if you would like to go a little deeper. So you can stay in Sphinx, and to modify Sphinx, walk the hands away from the body. The further away the elbows, the less intense your Sphinx pose will be. My yogis who are ready to move on to seal pose, turn your hands out about 30 degrees. Lift the chest, gaze forward, take a big breath in, belly in tight. Press into your hands, exhale, lift the chest. Again, release the glutes. Try not to clench into the glutes. Place a micro bend into your arms so you're not hyperextending the elbows. Actively press into the feet. To go deeper, you'll walk the hands closer to the hips. The closer the hands come to the hips, the deeper this back bend becomes. Wherever you are, take your last 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. My yogis who are in seal, you'll make your way back down to Sphinx. Once we've all came down to Sphinx, elbows out wide, stack the opposite hand on top, forehead down to your hands. Take an inhale, followed by an exhale. Hands come under your shoulders, tuck your toes to set the hips back. Big toes touch, knees open wide, child's pose, 3 breaths. Last breath here. Yogis, lift your forehead, lift your elbows. Inhale, crawl your fingertips forward. Exhale, drop your forehead, drop your elbows. Take one more breath. Plant the hands down, lift the hips, come forward. Hands at the top of your mat, spread them wide, feet slide back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, option to come straight to down dog or flow through your vinyasa. Modify where you need to. Meeting in downward facing dog, take 3 deep breaths. Yogis, listen carefully to these instructions. Watch my feet first. My right foot comes to the center of my mat, but in the back of my mat. So I'm just stepping my right foot in slightly. So I'm still in downward facing dog, but now my right foot is not hip width distance. It's in the center of my mat. Lift the left toes just enough to flex the foot while the foot is lifted. My left foot is flexed, and I place my big toe onto my right heel. I press my belly back and begin to stretch into the right leg. So once again, my right foot is down. My left foot is on top of my right foot. My right leg is straight and getting a big stretch all the way from my lower back down into the heel. Take one more breath here. Yogis, switch sides. So now my left foot comes to the center of my mat. My right foot comes to the top of my left, and I press into my hand palms to press the belly back. Straight spine. Big stretch into the leg. Last breath. Release, come back to down dog. Take one breath here. Yogis, lower onto your knees. Walk yourself up, standing onto the knees. Double check that the knees are directly under your hips, about 6 inches separating the knees. Your toes are tucked to start. Bring your hands behind your hips. Again, that sacrum, that little flat part right above the gushy part. Place your palms into the sacrum and the fingertips into the gushy part. Gaze forward. Bring the hips right over the knees and the shoulders over the hips. Then begin to squeeze the elbows. Find your breath. Continue to gaze forward. Squeeze the elbows a little tighter. Lifting the front of your chest, lifting the sternum. The sensation of lifting up and out of your hips as you squeeze the elbows. Shoulders, hips, and knees are still in alignment. Take one more breath, super active. Everything is working here. Belly's in tight, shoulders squeezing, thighs are on fire. Take your last breath, inhale, and exhale. Untuck your toes, sit the hips back to the heels, hands onto your thighs, palms face up, drop the chin to the chest. Reconnect to your breath. Blink your eyes open, inhale, lift your head. Vinyasa or downward facing dog to break that up. Hands come to the top of your mat, inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe pedal your legs left and right, twisting into the hips. Yogis, come back to center. Take a breath. Lower onto your knees. Now option to untuck the toes. Rise back onto the knees. If the knees are feeling sensitive, place a blanket under the kneecaps. Hands back to your lower back. Fingers down, palms into the hips. Squeeze the elbows. Close off the rib cage, core is tight. Yogis, notice if you're flaring the rib cage and dumping into the low back. Cinch the rib cage in, strong core. Inhale, squeeze the elbows, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the head completely back. When you're ready, option to release one hand and go for the heel. Second hand can go for the other heel. Continue to lift the chest. Head is heavy, looking straight back, avoid looking to the sides. Take one more breath here. First, bring your hands back to your lower spine. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, sit back onto the heels. Palms face up, shoulders roll back, but the head falls down. One more breath. Blink your eyes open, lift your head, inhale. Exhale, come forward, hands down. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, straight to down dog or vinyasa, yogi's choice. Yogis, from downward facing dog, take a step in, shorten your dog. It might be a little easier to get the heels down, but a little harder to press the belly back. Bend your knees. The heels will lift slightly, it's okay. Bend your knees so you feel the sensation of pressing the belly back. Hips are really high and the spine is really long. Place more weight into your left hand and find the right fingertips lift the palm. Make a tent with your right hand. Yogis, if you feel good here, lift your right hand, thread it through the body. The right hand finds the outside of the left ankle. When you have connection, then ground the right heel down. Press into the right heel, press into the left hand, and pull your chest through the armpit. Big twist into your down dog. One more breath. Untwist the spine, right hand back down, shake it out left to right. Yogis, come back, bend the legs, hips up, belly back. Press into the right hand, tent the left hand. Belly in tight, activate the legs, lift the left hand, thread it through the body. Find the outside of the right ankle. Twist it out and breathe. Last breath. After your exhale, inhale, left hand back down. Wiggle it out. Step the feet back, downward facing dog. Lower onto the knees, child's pose. Last breath. Inhale, walk yourself up. Sitting onto the shins and ankles. If this is sensitive for you, option to take your pillow. You can place your pillow between the legs or simply place the pillow over the heels. Yogis, from here, bring your hands down in front of you and turn the fingers to face your knees. Your wrists will face away. Press the palms down. Slightly drop the chin to the chest, and right away you should begin to feel a stretch into the wrists. If you're not feeling sensation into the wrists, walk the hands further away from your knees. Take one more breath. Slowly bring the hands back forward. Sit yourself back up and roll out the wrist, shake that out. Bring the hands back down. Now turn the palm over so the hand faces up and the fingers are towards your knees. Again, press down into the back of the hand, but now stretching the forearm. Walk the hands forward to increase sensation. Last breath. After your exhale, release the hands and shake it out. Hands come down to the thighs, roll the shoulders back. Drop the chin to the chest, inhale. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, roll out the neck. When the chin comes to center, go to the left. Chin to center, go to the right. Last time, center, left. Yogis, chin back to center, gaze forward, roll the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall. If you're using the pillow as a prop, remove the pillow now, preparing for a toe squat. Tuck all 10 toes, sit the booty back onto the heels, reach around and pull the pinky toe under. Make sure all 10 toes are really tucked. Now sit up nice and tall, squeeze the ankles together, activate those muscles into your legs, then squeeze the thighs together, activate those set of muscles. Roll the shoulders back, lean back slightly. If you have an extreme arch into your low back, close off the rib cage, activate the core, and lean the shoulders back. Yogis, gaze forward. Find your breath. We're breathing into the feet. All of the little muscles that don't normally get attention, breathe into those areas. The areas that are tight, that are tender and sensitive. Stay in this stretch for 3 more breaths. Keep the front of your chest lifted. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, stay for the exhale. Hands come down in front of you, nice and slow, untuck the toes and pitter-patter the feet. Roll out the ankles, go both directions. Feet come back down, sit yourself back, make fists with the hands, and begin to knead the toes, the balls of the feet, the sole of the foot. Yogis, release your hands, release your feet. Come back forward. Give them one last little stretch. And find your child's pose once again. Take a moment to notice how the wrists and the feet feel after just breathing into them that much. We didn't really stay in these stretches too long, but this sense of lightness, this fresh blood rushing through them, it feels a bit warm. Acknowledge these sensations as you open different channels of your body. Start to breathe into the back and front of your chest, expanding through your rib cage 360 degrees. As you inhale, not only allow the front of your body to expand, but feel the back of your rib cage lift and fill as the lungs fill. Reconnect to the warmth that you feel in the center of your heart. Reconnect to that feeling of deep love. Take your last breath here. Yogis, on your next inhale, walk yourself up. Slide your legs in front of you. Take your pillow and bring your pillow under your knees. Extend your legs straight, a little bend into the legs, and come all the way down onto your back. Stretch the legs nice and wide, tuck the tailbone, reconnect your whole spine to the mat. Hug your right knee into the chest. Take an inhale at center, and on your exhale, let the right leg fall to the left. Keep the right shoulder down onto the mat and gaze to the right. 3 breaths here. Decompress the spine. Take notice of anything into the spine. One more breath. Inhale, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, right leg back to center and right leg down the mat. Left leg comes into the chest. Inhale, belly in tight, prepare for your twist. Pull the shoulders down. Exhale, shoulders don't move. Left leg to the right, gaze to the left. Do a scan of your spine from the tailbone to the crown of your head. And breathe. Last breath. Yogis, inhale your head to center. Exhale, both legs to center. Hug both knees into your chest, rock side to side. Any last movement you need here before your final pose. Come back to center. Release both legs down your mat. The knees are still supported by the pillow. Toes flop out, hands by your hip. Tuck the chin to the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more like that, don't hold back. Inhale through your nose. Take in one more sip of air. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Let it go, sink down into the earth. Release any control onto your breath. Come back to your natural inhale and exhale. As you breathe effortlessly in and out of your nose, unclench the jaw. Release tension into the chest, the glutes, the legs. Once again, finding a sense of peace and stillness. Yogis, notice how it's a little easier to allow the body to lie in stillness after a physical practice. Take advantage of this moment when the body's a bit tired, the body feels more relaxed. You can give the mind a little more attention. Continue to open the mind, making space into the mind. Remember to not get too attached with the thoughts that enter. Yogis, as you take these last few moments to yourself, remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect. And it's okay to accept guidance and change. We're constantly evolving, and that includes our mindset. Yogis, begin to deepen your breath. Stay in this stillness and this peace. Eyes are still closed, but just bring consciousness back into the mind. Revisit the idea of being imperfect and learning to accept change into your heart with a sense of warmth and love. Take a moment to reflect on yourself and your role in this society. Then take a moment to reflect on how you can change, how you can accept where you are imperfect and begin to change for love and that sense of warmth deep in the center of your chest. Not only for yourself, but for those who are less fortunate than you. Yogis, always remember that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are an embodiment of unconditional love, and you are worthy. Holding no attachment, good or bad, take a big inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. The breath, any thoughts, any fear, let it all leave your body, your mind, and your spirit. Reconnect to your inhale and your exhale, and slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Keep your eyes closed, roll out wrists, roll out ankles. Inhale, hands reach overhead. Exhale, knees float to the chest. Wrap your hands around the shins. Give yourself a nice big squeeze in. Roll to one side. Find fetal position. Pause, take a breath in fetal position. Yogis, blink your eyes open. Press into your top hand. Begin to sit yourself up nice and tall. Crisscross applesauce. Shoulders over the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Look down at your ankles and cross the ankles the other way. Continue to sit up nice and tall. Gaze forward. Inhale, sweep the hands overhead. Gather a fresh breath. Gather love. And exhale, pull it into your center. Yogis, take a breath for your body, your practice, and your spirit. Exhale, let it go. Yogis, take a final breath here to send love, gratitude, and light to everyone going through suffering and pain right now, especially our friends and family that are people of color, because Black lives do matter. Yogis, once again, my name is Noelle. It is truly my honor to be here with you. Drink tons of water, and until we meet again, namaste. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please refer them to my Instagram @YogaWithNoelle.